Hey guys, we got a very cool one to check out today. Thanks to my buddy, A to Z EDC, my local buddy. If y'all would, go over to Instagram, give him a follow on Instagram just because he's nice enough to let me check out some of his new knives that he recently acquired. And this is one of them. Came with a little duck, came with some stickers, Be Nice stickers, some big Dixon energy stickers, a little certificate of authenticity, but most importantly, what we're here for is the knife. So guys, this is the McNees Dixon. Big Dixon Energy was the buzz at Blade Show because it is a bigger knife. It's a knife that was dropped recently. McNees, I've got the Mac 2, which we'll look at here in just a second. The Dixon is a larger knife, still built in the very traditional way. A couple slabs of contoured titanium. Got a little bit of a wash on this, kind of a greenish wash is the best my eyes can tell. You've got this deep hollow ground blade with a flipper hole. It says MagnaCut USA. Has McNees under the flipper hole. The flipper hole is done in a very unique way that I find to be appealing. You've got this triangular type of opening, I guess you'd say, which for me, that puts my finger, no matter where I stick it in the hole, it finds its way to that high point and it deploys very, very reliably. It is a flipper only, so you can thumb flick it. You can slow roll it, or you can middle finger flick it, which is very, very pleasing. Nice hollow ground blade, about a half hollow. Really nice work. I love McNees's clips. You've got a little light milling here on the frame bar or the lock bar. I don't know if you can see that. Smooth on the front and on this top side here, but light milling here on the lock bar. You've got good access to the lock bar. It's symmetrical, so you don't have this side cut down, but you do have this nice chamfering built into the frame lock, so it goes literally right, your finger goes right to it naturally. It's got amazing lockup. When you look at this, you'll see that you're about 30% locked up. Really nice geometry between that tang and that frame lock. And guys, these are made by hand. They're made, you know, with a little bit of equipment that's assisting them, but they're made in Alabama, the state I live in. I'm a huge fan in McNees and their knives. I'd purchased, gosh, a couple of years ago, my Mac 2. This is a Mac 2 with, I think it's called an atomic finish. It's also a MagnaCut knife, but you'll notice that it is a much smaller knife than the Dixon. 3-inch blade. I think we're going to learn that this is closer to a 3.5-inch blade. But the workmanship and the way that these are put together are both very similar. You just got two slabs of titanium, a clip, and a beautifully done blade. The blade is smooth. You don't have any jimping built into that blade. It's just a smooth package. Now, I'm sure they're going to be offering this, if they're not already, with some frags, with some different milling patterns on the scales. When I was at Blade Show, when these first came out, I just saw them in the smooth, in the differing colors. And I say smooth, you do have a little light milling back here. But it's absolutely a delightful, ergonomical winner, in my opinion. It fits the hand great, even for somebody who doesn't need a knife this big. It's got a very smooth and, I guess you call it, gentlemanly like profile. For example, when you put it in pocket, even though it's a bigger knife, it doesn't carry like a bigger knife. Not full deep carry, but it is nice enough to where you don't feel like you're lugging around a brick. And it is a full-size knife. There's no questioning that. Let's see how it His knives are hand sharpened, amazingly therapeutically slicey. No two ways about it. This knife is sharp, and the geometry on it's delightful. You can just feel it in the cuts. Just a little winner. I'm a big fan of the Dixon. I was with Ryan Ellis at Blade Show in Atlanta back at June, and he picked up one. So I got to handle one, got to, experience it, but until A to Z let me check this one out, I did not get the time with one like I would like. I mean, this is a beautiful, beautiful knife. I'll do a couple of quick size comparisons so you guys can get an idea of how it compares in size to a Benchmade bug out. Spyderco Paramilitary 2, about the same size as the PM2. And here's a Sharpie, so you guys can see how it compares in size to a Sharpie. But I think we're going to learn that this guy is going to come in at right over 8 1/4 inches. With a 3 3/4 inch blade. Between 4 1/2 and 4 3/4 inch handle. And you've got this inside grip of roughly 4 1/4. So I take that grip to right here. So you've got roughly 4 1/4 right inside of here. You've got very nice sharpening choil, very nice plunge grind. And then you've got that light marking, your MagnaCut for your blade steel, your USA. I want to say this is 6364 HRC. A little bit of milling, light milling on this scale. You don't feel it, but you can see it. So where I was describing this on the log bar, I think that might be just lightly, consistently across the knife itself. It's kind of hard to tell which sounds. It looks different here than here, but I'm definitely seeing milling patterns on the flat there. I'm hoping that transfers where you guys can see those. However, I do not see them up here, but they must be. Let's see how thick our blade is. It's going to be thicker than the 0.15. About the same as the Mac 2. And then our width is going to be 0.53. 0.53 here. And lastly, let's get a weight. It is not a light knife. It does not have much weight relief. You've got some milling relief here on the show side. Not a lot on the lock side. 3 3/4 inch scale or blade comes in at 5 and 5.45 on the old scalaroo. It's a little over almost 5.5 ounce knife. Feels really nice. The smooth, semi-smooth scales feel great in the hand. The pocket clip does not provide a hot spot. You've got a nice ramp that kind of follows that blade hole, that even though you don't have jimping, it gives you a good thumb rest. The knife is just providing a lot of Big Dixon energy, to quote the sticker. But this is the McNees Dixon, brought to us by my buddy, A to Z EDC. Give him a follow on Instagram. And guys, thanks for watching. I want to say thank you to the channel members. I want to say thank you to anyone who finds your way in here to check out the knife EDC content that I put out. I appreciate it. I do want to ask you, if you're so inclined, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification icon, hit that like button. But most importantly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.